Hello, YouTube family. This is Jackie coming at you with part two of how we are trying to conceive this cycle. I think in my part one video, I had said that it was cycle 6. We have been trying since July of 2016. So if you go to July, count July because we tried that month. August, September, October, November, December, January. So this is officially cycle number 7. Okay. Hopefully I won't get my numbers mixed up anymore. Okay, so I wanted to come to you and share with you guys some things that we have been doing just to be healthy overall and preparing our bodies for conception and conceiving a baby, both my husband and I. So the first supplement that I'd like to share with you guys is zinc. All right, we've been taking 1 zinc a day. This is from Spring Valley. Zinc 50 mg. So we only take 50 mgs each day. And this one does not contain gelatin. So my husband and I, on top of being health conscious, we also try not to consume just meat products, especially pork type products, and we don't know the source of this gelatin, but just to be on the safe side, we don't eat any type of gelatin, and that is just more of the religious type thing there. It's if we accidentally consume like any other type of meats, generally we're like, oh, okay, my bad, but we really try not to consume any pork products. Another multivitamin that is vegan that we are consuming is this Diva Vegan Multivitamin, which is a mineral support. This is what my husband is taking. Okay, so this is a multivitamin that he is taking once a day. All right, and it has helped him a lot. Another multivitamin that I am taking is the Rainbow Light Prenatal 1. It's a food-based multivitamin, and it is pretty awesome. This is my second bottle of it, and it is also vegan. So that's been pretty awesome. We are also taking maca. Oops, not to drop it there. We are taking maca, and we take 2 tablets a day. So about 1,500 mg a day. That's what we're taking, and this is for reproductive health. And we have the gelatinized version of it in veggie caps. All right, and this is the raw maca from now. So that's been pretty awesome. Pretty awesome so far, and I would talk about maca in a little bit. I'm going to put that over here to the side so I can come back to that. Also, just to help us relieve stress, because my husband has a very stressful job, and sometimes, oh my, he comes home and he's just like, ah. And so I got some things just to kind of soothe him, and also soothe me, because whenever he's like, bah, I'm like, bah, and we're both like, bah, and 2 bah people are just not, it's not good. And so I just thought that maybe this would really be helpful. This is lemon balm, 8-to-1 concentrated lemon balm from Paradise, and it is vegetarian capsules again. And I'm not sure if it's working. He seems a lot calmer. He's been on this for about a week and a half now. I don't know how long it actually takes to actually see the benefits of it, but so far it's been good. And I've been a lot calmer. Actually, there are some days whenever I'm like, and I want to say it's because of hormones, because I want to be like, and and then the very next day, I'm like, what was my problem? Like, why was I getting upset over that teeny tiny little thing? I chalk that up to just hormones. And ever since I've been taking this lemon balm, I haven't been getting too upset about things. Things have just been kind of rolling off my shoulder. And also too, I largely contribute that to prayer. Like, I've been trying to have a close walk with God and have a stronger relationship with Him, and just turning to Him in prayer whenever I have those type of feelings, because I can't justify them. And so God has really been speaking to me and just saying, Jackie, that's really not a big issue. That's not even an issue. And it's just all me. And so yeah, I've been able to cope a lot through prayer. Um, we've also been taking St. John's wort. Both my husband and I have been taking those, and this is also vegetarian capsules, and it's been pretty awesome so far. Again, I don't know how long it takes to actually get this. And actually, no, actually, I have not been taking this. I have not taken St. John's wort. Only my husband has. I have been taking the lemon balm. Both my husband and I have been taking lemon balm. So my husband's been taking both of these, and I've only been taking this one. And the reason why is a few years ago, I was taking St. John's wort just because I heard it was good for like depression and stuff like that. And I was going through like very tough, low time, and I wanted an all natural way to treat my downy downs. And I was taking St. John's wort, and it was helping. I really do think it was, but it made my hands smell weird. Like it was just an off scent to my hands, and I know sometimes natural supplements do that, so I don't do St. John's wort. Another thing that we got is this Super Greens. It's super awesome. I really like it. I can't express how much I really like this stuff. The only caveat to this is that it comes in like half full, pretty much whenever you get it, and there are only 15 or 14 servings in here. And Super Greens is this is an organic blend of greens, fruit, and it has 32 superfoods, and it is a dairy-free, and it has dairy-free probiotics in it, which is awesome because I need help being regulated. And so some of the things that are in here that I think are just awesome: organic wheatgrass, blue-green algae, which is spirulina. I think I'm saying that correctly. Pea fiber, organic barley grass, organic alfalfa leaf, aloe vera inner leaf. It also has beet, apple, broccoli, kale, spinach, carrot, green cabbage, parsley, red raspberry. We all know red raspberry is good, but I think that's more red raspberry leaf. But this is a raspberry here. Blueberry, strawberry, tomato, cranberry, pomegranate, ackee berry, which is awesome, blackberry, cherry, black raspberry, apple, pectin, banana, flaxseed, mango, papaya, peach, pear, pineapple, watermelon, acerola. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. And it also has a probiotic blend of Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus brevis, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Bifidobacterium bifidum, and Bifidobacterium longum. See, it was easier for me to pronounce the bacteria because I'm a scientist and I deal with the bacteria cultures sometimes, where I read it in literature. And so, and I'm actually not a scientist, I'm a teacher, but scientist by training. So yeah, and I try to have this both for breakfast and in the evening for dinner, or with dinner. So with breakfast and with dinner. And lately for breakfast, I haven't had much of an appetite. I've been just drinking this with my almond milk and some blueberries, frozen blueberries, a banana in the blender, and some vega proteins, and that's what I've been eating from breakfast. So vega protein, this is a plant-based protein source, and we have the vanilla flavor, and this is so good. I have tried to drink it just with milk, and it wasn't that good. I actually really like it with the super greens. And oh, FYI, guys, this is the original flavor. This isn't flavored in any kind of way, and I really like it. But I really like the green flavor. And so it may not be for everyone, but this is awesome. I did try the red brand. They have a red brand of this. It's like raspberry or just berry flavored. I did not like that at all. It just tasted way too acidic for me. And this one isn't as acidic tasting. And so that's just my preference. And then I really like to mix it with this. Another thing that I add is cinnamon. I add cinnamon to it. And sometimes honey, sometimes vanilla bean. I don't use just regular vanilla, but I use vanilla bean paste to my smoothies, and it's awesome. And you guys, I'm hoping that I can come to you and share with you my smoothie recipe. But But right now, I just kind of dump everything in there and just press the go button. So I don't really have a recipe. It's a feel right now. And so I'm going to have to um, share that with you guys when I actually think about the measurements that I'm using. And so that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And that is for us to just get our body healthy the natural way. Another thing that we have been using is serapeptase. And I don't have the bottle now. I threw it away. But we've been using serapeptase. Serapeptase, as many people say, it comes from a silkworm. But I learned that it's not a silkworm. It's actually bacteria that lives in the worm. And I forget the bacteria name. I forget it, but I've looked on PubMed and I learned that it's actually bacteria that resides in the gut of the silkworm that produces this highly proteolytic enzyme. And so it's just awesome. So I'm going back on that now. And both my husband and I, because he has pretty bad allergies, like chronic allergies. And so it was really helping to clear up that for him. And then for me, it was just awesome. It was a blessing because normally I have really, really bad cramps to the point where either I just need to sleep them off or I am in pain. There have been times where when I was in school, I missed classes because the pain was so bad, and I was just like, I don't want to take medicine. And so I would just like suffer through it, and then I would go take medicine because it was that bad. And another time was really bad when I biked into work and I knew my period was on, but I wasn't feeling anything that day. And so I biked into work, and as soon as I got into work, like 5 minutes later, my period was like, oh, you think you're going to do this today? Oh, no, you're not. And ooh, those cramps came on with a vengeance. I have never been pregnant. I've never had to give birth, but I thought I was giving birth to my uterus that day. I was like, I want to push something out of my body. It was so bad, like so cramping. I just, like how pregnant women said they feel that urge to push. Like I literally had that urge to like just push, and there was nothing in there. I know there was nothing in there because I wasn't having sex or anything with anybody, and I hadn't had sex with anybody for like no. So it's just like so there was nothing in there. Yeah. So but only my uterus. And so I was wondering if I probably had endometriosis, which is something that I learned you can have from the first time you start your period. When I initially started my period, guys, just going on a little talk right now. When I initially started my period, I didn't have really bad cramps. Basically, I actually didn't have any cramps. I didn't have cramps until I got to college. And I was stressed, I guess. It came about with stress. I was biology major, transitioned over to be a molecular biology major with a minor in chemistry. And I guess, the heat turned up and my body just decided to go haywire. So I got really bad cramps, and I never knew what those were. And I always had to take like 4 ibuprofens just to start it. Like 2 would not do it. 3 maybe would take the edge off of it, but I needed that 4th one just to like get through the pain. And I would do doses of 4, a couple of times that day. I don't want to say several, like maybe a couple of times that day just to get me through. And it only lasted 1 day. But for the past 2 cycles, actually, even before I was on serapeptase, like I had to sleep through my cramps because we were traveling, and I completely forgot my ibuprofen. So I just kind of slept through the cramps, and they weren't that bad, but I really wasn't moving, and I was in a totally grumpy mood. But this cycle, like I could get up, I was moving, I felt some of the cramps. I wasn't on serapeptase at the time, but I felt some of the cramps. And it agitated me to a degree, but like it was fine. Like I was at church doing stuff. Normally I had to sit down, lay down, not move, just be still. But I was up doing stuff and conversing with people and able to smile and be happy, and that was truly a blessing. And I didn't have to. It didn't drain me energy wise either. Like I was up the entire day, and so that was a blessing. And also too, I noticed that. So that's my serapeptase spill. I think it really helped me with my cramps. I don't know if I have endometriosis or anything, but I think that if I did, it's really clearing it out. And the pain, I didn't even take any medicine. I don't know if I said that, but I didn't take any medicine at all this past cycle, which was a blessing, because I don't like putting that stuff in my body. Yeah, so that was a blessing. And so coming back to this maca. Maca is good. Maca, I think maca, maca. Oh, maca, what have you done? So last cycle, this past cycle, because I'm on day 6 now of my period, maca. Last cycle, my cycle was my period was only for 5 days. My period normally is only for 5 days. I got on maca. My period is now 6 days. It's the last day of it, but 6 days. Now this messes with your cycle, but in a good way. It just balances your hormones. I think this contributes to my 6-day menstruation. And this wasn't like my menstruation started in the evening and now it's just finishing up today. No, my menstruation started in the morning on, let me see the date. My menstruation started in the morning on Friday. And it's the 6th day, and like it's ending pretty much. It ended I think by noon today. 6th day though. So I think it prolonged it a little bit, maca. And but one thing that I did not, and this is TMI, guys, this is talking about my menstruation. So TMI, if you guys want to hear about menstruation, please pause or jump forward in the video because it's going to be quick. But one thing that I did notice though was that my menstrual blood was bright red, like bright red. Like normally it's normally the first day, which is just really light, it's a bright red. And then the next day, it's like somebody got murdered. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That's way too much TMI. But no, it's like a very deep red, right? And I always thought that was just because of the volume. But it's a deep red, and I don't bleed that much. I mean, I guess you're average. But the second day is always the heaviest. And then the third day is medium. 4th day is light. And 5th day is barely there. Of course, that was extended a little bit. But it was bright red. And there was some blood clots in there. I have a lot of clots that come out. And so, but yeah, that was pretty awesome to see. And I know that could mean that I have healthy, oxygenated blood flowing through my system now. Another thing I think maca did was this cycle, my husband and I, we baby danced when, so I used OvuView to track when I ovulate. And I was supposed to ovulate, you guys can see this. I was supposed to ovulate on this day, which is a Thursday, the 22nd of last month. I was also temping, but I stopped temping on day 10 of my cycle. No, day 11 of my cycle, I stopped temping. Oh, let me look at it. So last month, I stopped temping on day 14 of my cycle. And I had a very pronounced dip on day 10. Let you guys see that. And I just stopped temping because I was like, you know what? I am not going to stress about this. But you see, like here with, sorry guys, here with OvuView, the cycle days are at the bottom. So if you look at that closely, you see there's a dip on day 10. And then it just kind of jumps up and levels out. And that's typical for me. Usually I get multiple dips. And I didn't check my temp for when I was supposed to ovulate, which was supposed to have been on cycle day 13. So with the data that I have, it looks like as if I ovulated on cycle day 10 instead of cycle day 14, and my husband and I, we baby danced on cycle day 11. We baby danced on cycle day 8 as well, but we also baby danced on cycle day 7. So like, I don't know the sperm quality of my husband, so I don't know if there was a lot enough there or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know about that. We will. Apparently, nothing happened because I got my period. But I wonder if I ovulated earlier. I did take an ovulation test on cycle day 13 when I was supposed to ovulate, and it was strong. And then I took one the day after just to make sure that like, oh, maybe we should continue on. If it's strong, because usually it is strong. Several days after, no, that thing got light. That thing was getting light later on that same day that I ovulated. And so I was like, well, I know that my hormonal levels, my LH levels are decreasing. The thing is with me, normally I am strong for several days. Now, that could be because maybe I have a huge surge and then it just takes a while for it to get out of my system. Or that could mean that it just takes a while for that egg to pop from the ovule. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. My husband and I, we did get the sperm tester kit, the fertility thing. Okay, I'll go get it. Hold on. One. Okay, I'm back. So we did get this. This was expensive, my friends. This was $40. $40. Okay, you see that? Sperm check. And it's supposed to let you know if you have at least 20 million sperm. He keeps delaying it, putting it off. He was kind of sick last week, so yeah. So we're not gonna. He's not gonna be using that for the next 2 weeks, though. Okay. Well, there he goes. Hi, honey. Okay. Bye.